Well, hello YouTube. This is Die Hard from the TPP Entertainment channel. It should come as no surprise to you now, seeing as though Samararo gaming video for Thursday, pretty much talked about it. But we are branching away from the wrestling side of our channel, and I just want to, take this time, not speaking in character of the diehard character that's perceived on the show, but as the guy that runs the channel, that owns the channel, and why exactly we're doing, or why I chose to do what we're doing, and a lot of people that were in the power plant. I mean, over the past couple of days, I've been called a sellout, an a-hole, a douchebag, all kinds of terms, and I understand people being upset, but unfortunately the demographics don't lie. The demographic that we appealed to just wasn't wide enough. Although we have almost 1,200 subscribers, on average we were getting about 8 minutes worth of the wrestling show watched. That means the other 45 to 55 minutes of the show was not being watched. And what that means is it would almost be as if myself and Samararo, were wasting our time by, editing and putting together a full show. We pulled up the analytics on our Call of Duty videos, and we have a 100% retention rate on the Call of Duty videos for some odd reason. The Call of Duty videos seem to garner the most positive feedback from people, and we want you guys to be able to see what you want to see. And unfortunately, the wrestling isn't what you guys wanted to see, and we had to realize that it didn't bother us. I enjoyed doing the wrestling show. I enjoyed doing the commentary. I didn't enjoy all the headaches that came with it, of course, because nobody wants to sit there for a full day or longer and try to record matches and edit the show. And like I said on our Tuesday gameplay video with me for DH Pro Gaming, I had said maybe we should have started with the Call of Duty stuff, because it's so much easier to do just the voiceover commentaries on the Call of Duty stuff, because like I said, there's no cut scenes, there's no no fancy editing that has to go into it. We record the gameplay, commentate over it, and we're good to go. We have a interesting subject to talk about usually, or tips, strategies, whatever. Unfortunately, with the wrestling side of things, we had a lot of cutscenes that had to be put into place, all that good stuff. And I'm not saying that we'll never, flirt with the idea of wrestling again. Just right now, it's just not in demand enough. We don't have the base to see it. Now, if people decided and said, well, hey, look, you should bring back the wrestling show. I really enjoyed watching it for the full hour or 2 hours or hour and a half or 45 minutes, whatever the length of the show was. If we had enough people come to us and say that, then yeah, sure, I would bring it back, and I would do the wrestling show as good as we possibly can. Or if Full Screen and Creator X said, hey, look, we really like the wrestling show, you should bring it back, then yeah, we'll bring the wrestling show back. We were partnered as a gaming channel. And I talked to our partner manager about this, and I told him, I was like, well, we're not getting the retention rate that we want on the wrestling show. And like you said, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with going with what is more popular in today's society and demographic of the gamers. And unfortunately, wrestling just isn't as popular as it used to be. When I was growing up, wrestling was cool to go to school and talk about what happened on like Monday Night Raw or WCW Monday Nitro. But now, in nowadays era, it's all about the Call of Duty and Halo. Even the Battlefield stuff. It's all about the first-person shooters right now, and the more popular titles. And so that's what we're switching our focus to content that you guys would want to see, instead of content that I just wanted to put up. I mean, I like doing the wrestling stuff, and like I said, we're not completely alienating wrestling. We're just not doing full shows anymore. I mean, you'll still see us from time to time put out a wrestling video. However, I don't know how much longer the servers will be online for WWE 13 on the Xbox. For those of you that aren't in the loop of the video game industry, THQ filed bankruptcy, sold off their assets, all that good jazz, and Take Two, that's one of the sub companies, or that's the company that like Rockstar works for them as one of their developers and publishers and things like that, or as one of the publishers or developers. I mean, like Rockstar North, Take 2K games, things like that. Um, they supposedly, we don't know, it hasn't been officially announced unless it's already been officially announced, but we don't know what they're gonna do. They're even if Take Two or yeah, if Take Two acquired the WWE license or 2K or whatever, they are not obligated to maintain the servers for WWE 13, which THQ was running. So we don't know how long the servers are going to be online. It's been hit or miss the past couple of days to get online with it as is. Um, and like I said, in the past couple of days, I've been called a lot of names, a lot of things have been thrown around. I got called blind, I got called naive, and numerous other things. And I'm not saying that you're not entitled to those people are not entitled to their opinion, but again, I always have to say this: what we did was different from what every other league or Fed was doing. We were doing it every week. We didn't wait, um, you know, 3 months or a month to do a show. We didn't wait. We just boom, 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 firing on all cylinders all the time. There was never a break. We didn't. The biggest break we had was around Christmas time. We gave everybody, I think, 3 days off, 3 or 4 days, and then it was right back to it. And like I said on Tuesday, we were so happy to have the breakdown pay-per-view done. And the idea, I had talked about the idea before with Semiraro, that one day we may end up phasing out the wrestling side. It came a little bit sooner than we thought when I started looking at the demographics somebody else was talking to me about, and they're like, well, what about if you went to the more popular titles? And I was like, well, yeah, maybe you're right, and that's kind of how it all panned out. It was an idea that got re-sparked in my mind after when we had first gotten partnered. I was like, well, one day we may phase out from the wrestling stuff. Well, it ended up getting re-sparked, and we decided to do it a little bit sooner because, like I said, we want you guys to want to watch the videos, and we want you to watch the full video because sometimes there's good stuff in there. There's maybe a funny joke or whatever. And so, I mean, I'm more than willing to have you guys, um, you know, I'm more than willing and more than happy to read your comments on the shows or on the videos that we put up. If you really think that we should put the wrestling stuff back in there, then leave me a comment. Let us know. If, like I said, if we can get an overabundance of people that say, "Well, I want to watch the full wrestling show," well, then if that's the case, then we will. But until that time, it just remains to be seen that that's not going to happen. Because there's a lot of other things that I enjoy doing, the Call of Duty stuff and the Halo stuff and the Resident Evil and the Battlefield. It's a lot easier. We can just talk over the video, and I get to play the game, and I don't have to sit there for 10, 12 hours, trying to edit it. I can just boop, 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 cut, copy, render with voice, and upload. That's all there is to that. So, but guys, I wanted to give you the formal announcement. I know Samararo talked about it, and if you follow this channel, if you were kind of in on the loop, you knew about it. And to those of you that it did affect, I do apologize, but unfortunately, it was my decision, to take the direction, to do the direction change, and I have every intention on following through with that. I'm not gonna falter on that and say, oh no, we're gonna rekindle that and we're gonna go back. It's not happening like that from this day forward. The breakdown pay-per-view was available yesterday, so if you want to watch the final wrestling show, go ahead and watch it. It was a great event. Every show was great. Every show was really, really good. It sometimes took a little bit longer to get done than what it should have, but I'm not counting that against anybody. I'm not holding a grudge or anything like that. If you said anything to me, I'm okay with that. I understand when people are angry. It happens. Although I don't understand why everybody treats it like, oh my God, Die Hard, you you ruined my life. I didn't ruin anybody's life. I mean, if you're that concerned about having a league or a fed to be in, why don't you start one up yourself? Things like that. I take on the troubles of you know spending all your time. And like I said on my Tuesday gaming video, I'm married. I have a son. I'm 25 years old. So and I have bills to pay. So I mean, like I said, I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not mad at anything. I think the new direction we're taking is going to be better. It's going to get a better retention rate for you as the viewer. More people are going to watch what we have to offer, and that's what I like. That's what I like to see. I mean, I looked at the retention rate so far on the DH Pro Gaming video from Tuesday, and it's skyrocketing, and that's a Call of Duty gameplay. So, guys, I hope you enjoy. I mean, we have a lot, and we have a lot of a lot of ideas bouncing around in our heads, and we're still going to try to give you an upload Monday through Friday. We're still going to try to do it at least once every day. Saturdays and Sundays will probably kind of be just whatever days. I don't know if we'll upload, but we'll. I mean, this weekend, of course, you're getting uploads on the weekend, but it's because we're kind of backlogged. But we're trying to get a nice solid base. We're going to change our YouTube page a little bit around, so it's not going to say Redemption on Monday and Frontline on Friday and stuff like that. It's going to say some other stuff on it. But guys, so again, if it affected you, I do apologize. Life does go on, and I love all of you. I really do, whether negative or positive. There's no hard feelings from me. So on that note, I'm going to wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. Please leave me a comment in the comment box if you think that whatever you feel. Let me know what you feel. I want to know what you're thinking and what you feel, because that's ultimately what's important. I want to know what people want to see. And if there's enough of you that want to see the wrestling, then yeah, we'll do the wrestling. But unfortunately, we don't have that big of a market for that. So, all right, guys. Well, this is Die Hard with DH Pro Gaming, with the formerly known as TPP Entertainment channel. We may change the name to something else. The URL, of course, is still going to be TPP2K. But all right, guys. So I will catch you later, and I will see you on the flip side and all that good jazz. But stay tuned, because on Monday we're gonna have something really cool for you up on the channel, and I think you guys are really gonna like it. So we will see you guys on Monday.